Kuna hii commission ilitengenezwa na kina Ababu na Namwamba. Sasa hao kama creatives wana engage aje na hiyo commission, one. And then number two, I'm speaking hivyo kwa sababu mi background yangu ni ya stories za intellectual property, copyright, trademark, patents. Na hiyo ndio nilikuwa nafanya wakati nilikuwa Kenya. Sasa and then amesema hao kama filmmakers wana object mambo ya hizo grants. But then nimesikia akisema pia yeye alipewa hizo grants. So akisema sisi anaongea on behalf of nani? And then ya tatu, wakati wanapewa hizo grants, do they like execute contracts, agreements, who owns the work, like what comes to them? Kwa sababu experience yangu wakati nilikuwa nafanya hizo vitu za copyright zilikuwa most creatives they tend to give away their work bila kujua like what's the final nimepatiwa pesa na msee ndio nifanye kitu, but then what is it in it for me? And then ya mwisho kabisa, so how kama the group of filmmakers wamejiweka in an organization where like they can talk to the government, talk to big companies like akina Netflix, kwa sababu again speaking from my experience, most people watasikizana pamoja, let's do this. Like hata musicians Kenya watasema hatachukua pesa less than 10k 20k, kama sisi tukienda MCSK, but watu wengine wanachukua, wengine wanabaki wakipiga kelele. So how kama filmmakers wamejiorganize aje like engage na big companies kama Netflix na pia na kuengage na serikali? Thank you.
Albo, umepata hizo zote?
Hiyo ni mimi. Ya kwanza aliuliza gani? I can go step by step.
Ebu summarize,
Pablo,
in less than 30 seconds.
I think the first one was about the new commission that was set up by Ababu na Namwamba.
Ile akina ziada.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Ile akina ziada.
Yes,
okay.
That was the first one. Mm-hmm. And I think the second one was he talked about intellectual property, and he's talking about having not agreeing to intellectual property and getting funding, but he has received funding from the same people.
Yes.
And then after that I got lost. But let him answer the
and
first
about
two.
film. Yeah. So let's go the first one. That group of people that Ababu put together just gives me a headache, to be honest. I think it showed us just how little they think of us as employers, as people who can create wealth. They think this is a hobby for popular people.
You are the last party in the conference.
Because I have never been more insulted by a government or by a politician than to place somebody who got pregnant or who got popular twerking on TikTok to basically give us a roadmap forward. I have poured 15 years of my life into this, sacrificed so much, just like many of my peers. But in the end, what they do is that they place this. There are about 3 people in that entire thing that deserve to be there. I can say Churchill, he has the work, you've seen it. Catherine Kamau, the actress, also producer, you can see her. I don't remember the other person. The rest of them are weirdos. I've never seen ever.
There's a guy, Albo, there's a guy called Shirko from Mombasa. I can speak for him because I know him. He's been producing actually in Tanzania. I think he's the person you might be speaking about the same person, because there are about 3 people that I could count that deserve to be there based on their work. So what Ababu did, he made sexually transmitted appointments. Oh my goodness.
I think Ababu is a disgrace. This guy is so dick driven, he can't make a decision without thinking about, like, how do you put an economy worth billions in the hands of somebody like Aziad? I don't know her, but I know she's not done any business in film. She's not done business in music. She's not done business in TV production. She's not done that business at all. Why is she there? It's because she gave someone a hand job. I'm disgusted by that
she's
group.
Popular.
Yeah, it's good. No, she also gave someone a hand job. There are many popular people who've done things.
The comments presented by Albo do not represent
that's my opinion. That's my opinion.
They are Albos and Balbo.
Those are his and his alone.
That's my opinion. This is not OneMicShow opinion. This is my opinion as somebody who's seen it happen here. And I can tell you, nothing will be achieved by this group other than a number of events that will make a few people rich. That's it. You watch and see. On the intellectual property ownership, a lot of grants that are given do not ask for ownership of intellectual property. Often the signs of a bad grant preposition is that they want to own intellectual property, the rights to it, whatever it is. So there are some who fallen into those traps, but generally speaking, people who give us grants, like Epic Games didn't even want to know what we are going to do. They just want it done on their Unreal Engine. They didn't even want to have any say on the creative direction or anything. They just want to look. They are giving you as much freedom as possible. Maybe you come up with something great. But if I were to piggyback on that to the next, we have a lot of film organizations, producers guilds, actors guilds, but by and large, they are briefcase organizations. We don't have an industry that's sufficiently rewarding for this. Let me call for these organizations to be impactful. A lot of people are juakali in this industry. They are independent, so to speak. Even if you're under a group of whatever cinematographers or whatever it is, there's no real engagement with policy and whatnot. It's kind of an afterthought kind of gathering together of people doing similar things, but they'll give you their breakdowns, we'll do this and that, but it's not impactful. If you want a big deal with Netflix, you just go and negotiate your deal with Netflix. There's no organization that's backing you. There's maybe the Kenya Film Commission. They have gotten a bit busier in that front, but they're also staffed by a lot of people who don't know what they're doing. So don't expect that to be the savior. I think the savior is independent producers going there, creating the art, going out there to the market and reaching people directly. If you are here on OneMicShow, if I say something, 10 people hear it, they move it on. So things like that is what going to change the situation. But I know I sound a bit nihilistic, but I'm just a realist. I know what's on the ground here. Those organizations, I am a member of 3. I've never gotten anything out of it. The 15 years I'm working here. So all the work and everything is on independence and to build. That's the way music started here. For it to give so much people so much leeway. Film, we've had start and stop so much because we're depending so much on government to give grants or whatnot. So you know how the government is. Once the Film Commission was found to be a cash cow, now we have all types of political operatives. So the thing has gone to hell. The grants are never fair. Filmmakers are not getting them. So we can't depend on that because you know what it is. We depend on people to create products that you would be willing to pay to sustain. So, yeah.